These iconic film stars didn't just pass down their genes, they handed over their spotlights. In this video, I'll be showing you 10 Nollywood actors whose kids are also Nollywood stars. Starting off at number 10 is Jide Kosoko. Jide Kosoko is not just a Yoruba legend, he's practically Nollywood's founding father. Born to act, the man didn't need an audition. He came out with a script in hand. Starting his career as a child actor in Makonjola back in 1964, Jide grew up with Nollywood, collecting over 300 movies like they were his souvenirs. From The Figurine to Last Flight to Abuja and Merry Men, Jide is the Nollywood equivalent of a Swiss Army knife, able to play anything from a king to a heartbroken father or the politician who's got more schemes than your average reality TV villain. And he does it with such effortless grace that it's hard to tell if he's acting or just having a conversation over tea. But here's where it gets interesting. Jide's true legacy isn't just his impressive resume, it's his kids. The man has 6 children, and 2 of them, Shola and Bidemi Kosoko, are following in his footsteps and adding some extra spice to the family name. Shola Kosoko, the quieter one, has built a solid career in Yoruba classics like Eje Adegbenro and Oloruka. She's the actress who doesn't just play the role, she becomes it. Whether she's a wife loyal enough to make you rethink your own relationship, a daughter whose mom misunderstood than a cat meme, or a friend betrayed in a way that makes you want to call your ex and apologize, Shola's performance hits home. Now let's talk about Bidemi Kosoko. Oh boy, the firecracker of the bunch. Actress, model and screen goddess, Bidemi doesn't just enter a scene, she takes it hostage. With hicks like Ashiri and depression, she doesn't just act, she owns the role, leaving you asking, did I just witness a performance or a full-on takeover? Bidemi is the kind of actress you can't forget, even if you tried. With these two in the mix, Jide Kosoko's legacy is set to burn brighter than the Nollywood spotlight itself. Number 9 is Uche Nancy. Uche Nancy didn't just stroll into Nollywood like she was late for a meeting, she built her own lane, no GPS needed. Starting as a costume artist, she was behind the scenes of Nollywood classics like Girls Caught and World Apart, carefully crafting visuals and characters before deciding to step into production and acting. It wasn't just about picking out clothes, it was about picking out stories, and Uche had an eye for both. From wardrobe to producer, her journey was one of growth, and now her daughters are reaping the rewards of her labor. Her first daughter, Sonia Uche, didn't tiptoe into Nollywood. She jumped in with a full-on village girl vibe in Frank's Village Wife. But don't be fooled, it wasn't just her mother's name that got her rose. She's got the acting chops to back it up. Sure, having Uche Nancy as your mom is like having a backstage pass to Nollywood, but Sonia has been putting in the work. She's out here not just riding her mom's coattails, but weaving her own path with major roles along Nollywood giants. Then we have Chinenye Nnebe, Uche's Nollywood Gen Z sweetheart. This girl was 7 when she made her debut, and let me tell you, her emotional maturity back then was way beyond her age. Now, with over 100 films and a social media following bigger than most people's egos, Chinenye knows how to work the camera and the internet. It's safe to say the camera has got nothing on her. And let's not forget Obio Oluebube. If you've seen a viral clip of a short, sassy girl stealing every scene with her wit and killer timing, yep, that's her. But what most people don't know is that Uche Nancy didn't just let Obio magically appear on set one day. She saw the star in her, took her under her wing, and said, get ready to shine. Uche may not be Obio's biological mom, but trust, she's got her back like any proud mama bear. The Nancy family, oh, they've quietly become a powerhouse in Nollywood. Motherhood, mentorship, and movie making, yeah, they figured it out, and it's working like a charm. Number 8 on the list is Adia Alayion. If there's a Nollywood royal family, the Afolayons are definitely sitting on the throne, and it all traces back to their legendary patriarch Adeyemi Afolayan, better known as Adelove. Now, if you've never heard of him, then it's time to reevaluate your Nollywood knowledge. This man was a pioneer, kicking off his career when Nollywood was still in diapers, with films that made waves like Kadara. Oh yes, it even made it to Tashkent Film Festival. Who knew that a little Nollywood movie would grow up to conquer the world? Fast forward to Koulia Afolayan, the international darling of the Afolayan family. Koulia didn't just inherit the family name, he inherited his father's visionary dream. He started as an actor in Stoworide, then swapped the stage for the director's chair and raised the bar with films like The Figurine and October 1st. If Nollywood was a university, Koulia would have the PhD in cinematic finesse. Then there's Gabriel Afolayan, Nollywood's own classically trained actor and singer. Yeah, you heard that right, he sings. Gabriel is the man who stole the show in Hood Rush, got an award, and then casually decided, let me release some music too. Talk about multi-talented. And then we have Aremu Afolayan, the controversial rebel of the bunch. He's the wild one, starring in and producing Yoruba films like Idamu Akoto, adding a bit of drama and sass to the family. Last but not least, Moji Afolayan, the silent powerhouse. She's the solid foundation of the Afolayan legacy, quietly making waves in the Yoruba film circles while others are busy turning the volume up. With her, it's not about the flash, it's all about the story. The Afolayans, one family, many talents, and Nollywood's royalty. Number 7 is Adibayo Salam, fondly known as Oga Bello. He's not just an actor, he's a full-blown Yoruba cinema royalty. Born in Lagos, this Nollywood titan started his career back in 1964, and let's just say the rest is history. Oga Bello didn't just act, he became a living legend. With iconic roles in classics like Adara and Ogun Ajayi, he brought Yoruba culture to the screen in ways that were both graceful and packed traditional wisdom. Fast forward forward over 5 decades, and Oga Bello is still respected as one of the revered elders of Nollywood. With a family so big it could have its own movie franchise, 18 kids and counting, no wonder they say he's got a dynasty. Among his 18 children, Femi Adibayo stands out as arguably the most famous. He didn't just inherit his father's fame, he earned it with sheer talent and determination. Femi's journey is one for the books. He studied law. Yes, law. But the film industry was calling, and it's safe to say he picked up the phone. His acting debut came in 1985 with his father's film Ogun Ajayi, and from there, Femi built a career that now spans over 100 films. But here's the plot twist. Femi didn't just follow in his father's footsteps, he also created his own path, blending the old school charm with modern narratives and high production value. He's a filmmaker, a former special advisor on arts and culture to the Kwara State governor, and the genius behind the Netflix hit Jagun Jagun. Femi calls his father his greatest inspiration, and it shows in every role he takes on. Together, they are shaping the future of Yoruba cinema one film at a time. And number 6 is Rita Daniels. Rita Daniels is a household name in Nollywood, especially in the Delta region, where her performances have become legendary. Known for her roles in Jealous Princess and Anger of a Wonder Girl, Rita has earned a fan base that would make any Nollywood diva grin with envy. But hold on, Rita isn't just an actress. She's an actress, producer, entrepreneur, and the chairperson of the Actors Guild of Nigeria's Delta State chapter. You think that's enough for one woman, but nope, there's more. Rita's most influential and possibly the most powerful role has been as the mentor and backbone of her daughter, Regina Daniels. If Nollywood had a mother-daughter power couples category, these two would win it hands down. Regina Daniels stormed into Nollywood in 2010, and by age 7, she was already reading scripts and acting like she's been doing it for decades. Her first movie, Marriage of Sorrow, earned her a cool 10,000 naira, a modest start. But hey, even Bill Gates didn't start with $1 billion. Then came Miracle Child, and suddenly, Regina wasn't just a cute kid in Nollywood, she was a cute kid with the killer acting skills who made everyone ask, who is this girl? From there, it was hit after hit. Over 100 film appearances later, and Regina was officially a Nollywood queen. But let's not forget who's behind the curtain, pulling the strings. Rita, of course. Rita has been there every step of the way, advising, shaping, and of course, making sure her daughter was always in the spotlight. They've not just been mother and daughter, they are an unstoppable force. Whether it's strutting on red carpets, posting selfies on set, or starring in each other's films, Rita and Regina are the definition of family goals. They've turned their bond into a powerhouse duo, and it's safe to say they've become one of Nollywood's most recognizable and hilarious family pairings. Now that's what we call a mother-daughter business. If you're enjoying the video so far, kindly hit the like button and subscribe to the channel to always stay updated with every new video. Number 5 on the list is Pete Edoce. When you think of Nollywood royalty, one name rings louder than others: Pete Edoce. Born in Zaria, Pete's voice is so deep, it's rumored that he once made a grown man faint just by saying good morning. If you ever heard him as a conqueror in Things Fall Apart back in the 80s, you'd know exactly what I mean. That role didn't just cement his legendary status, it carved his name into the Cinematic Hall of Fame, right next to Africa's greatest icon. For decades, Pete has been the blueprint for what a commanding, morally grounded character should look like. Whether he's playing the wise king, the strict father, or the respected village elder, when Pete speaks, everyone listens, or else. Behind every legendary man, there's a tribe of children who have to live up to the hype. Pete Edoce and his wife, Josephine, raised 6 kids. Yes, 6. Imagine growing up in a house where your father's voice could silence an entire village. Among them is the youngest, Yul Edoce, who didn't just want to live under his father's shadow, he wanted to bask in the spotlight. Yul made his Nollywood debut in 2005 with Esquires, holding his own among the likes of Justice Isiri and Enebili Elebua. Tall, eloquent, and as calm as a cucumber under pressure, Yul didn't just inherit Pete's deep voice and commanding presence, he inherited Pete's dedication to the craft. Now, if you thought Yul was the only son making waves, think again. Enter Link Edoce, the other son who's quietly making a name for himself in Nollywood. Link's the kind of guy who doesn't scream, I am a star, but still somehow steals every scene he's in. He's got the same charm, intensity, and charisma as his father, but with a little more of that cool, collected vibe. While Yul might be the loud, proud one, Link is a smooth operator, doing his thing without drawing too much attention, until of course, he has to outact everyone in the room. So while Pete Edoce gave us characters we'd never forget, his sons Yul and Link have ensured that the Edoce legacy won't just live on, it's going to rule Nollywood for generations to come. The Edoce family is Nollywood royalty, and if you haven't noticed, they aren't going anywhere. Number 4 is Yabo Ojo. Yabo Ojo has been the golden, blazing queen of Nigeria cinema since 1998, lighting up screens and capturing hearts with her dynamic roles and fiery energy. With over 150 films to her name and 14 productions under her belt, she's practically Nollywood royalty. But it's not just her acting chops that have made her a household name. Her unapologetic bluntness, eye-popping fashion, and larger-than-life personality have made her a trendsetter in the industry. Now, let's talk about her daughter, Priscilla Ojo, who has been bathed in that same radiant glow since day one. Priscilla wasn't exactly pushed into Nollywood. She was born into it. Growing up in the spotlight, the young starlet made her debut as a child actress and instantly showcased that same uncontainable energy her mother is known for. But it's not just about the acting for Priscilla. Oh no, when she made a name for herself in some unforgettable films, it's her social media presence that really catapulted her into stardom. With a massive Instagram following, Priscilla has become as much of a fashion and lifestyle icon as she is an actress. In the age of TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube, Priscilla is the perfect example of Nollywood's new wave. For her generation, being on screen is just one piece of the puzzle, not the entire map. But behind every flawless photo and viral moment, there's a steady guiding hand, none other than Yabo, who's been there every step of the way. And just when we thought she couldn't top the drama, Priscilla gave us something to really talk about in 2025, her extravagant wedding to Tanzanian singer Juma Jukes. The wedding wasn't just another celebrity affair, it was an Instagram-worthy, luxury-packed, jaw-dropping event that set social media on fire. The whole world was watching and no one could stop talking about it. It was the event of the year. Glitz, glamour, and a dash of viral magic. If this is what the new Nollywood is about, I can't wait to see what comes next. At number 3 is Obi Onuigbo. Obi Onuigbo is one of Nollywood's most intriguing figures, an actress whose name rings a bell, though you would often find her working behind the scene as a producer. But don't let that fool you. Obi is no stranger to the spotlight. She's graced our screen with some memorable performances, showing that she can light up both the front and back of the camera. But here's where it gets fun. Obi passed down her acting gene to her daughter, Adaeze Onuigbo, who took that talent and ran with it like a sprinter at the Olympics. Now, Adaeze isn't just some daughter of a star trying to ride her mom's coattails. Oh no, Adaeze has taken over Nollywood with over 50 films under her belt, and trust me, no one is complaining. She's dishing out performances that will make you pause your popcorn mid-crunch. Whether she's playing the love interest, the troublemaker, or the girl who somehow ends up in a wild situation, Adaeze does it with a flair that only someone raised in Nollywood dynasty could. But it doesn't stop there. Adaeze isn't just a talented actress, she's a social media queen too. Her Instagram is practically a dance floor where she entertains her fans with some seriously impressive moves. I mean, who knew that acting and twerking could mix so well? Of course, it's no accident that Adaeze has skyrocketed in the industry. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree, and Obi's relationship with her daughter plays a key role in Adaeze's rise. Obi didn't just pass down her acting genes, she gave Adaeze the keys to Nollywood, opening doors and providing platforms where her talent shine like a star on the red carpet. So next time you see Adaeze on your screen, just know that she's not only got her mother's acting chops, but she's also got her mom's social media swagger and that undeniable Onuigbo charm. You better buckle up, Nollywood, because this dynamic duo isn't going anywhere. Number 2 on the list is Koulia. Koulia didn't just tiptoe into Nollywood, he stormed in, armed with a raw talent inherited from none other than his legendary father, Adelove. If Nollywood were a kingdom, Koulia would definitely be royalty. The man didn't just act, he redefined the industry. As a director, producer, and actor, Koulia's films aren't just your average flicks, they are a treasure trove of African culture, shedding light on history, traditions, and untold stories. And where does all this magic happen? Well, it's at his brainchild, Golden Effect Pictures, where the man continues to create masterpieces like he's cooking up an award-winning stew. But wait, Koulia's influence doesn't end on the set. Oh no, it gets better. This man is not just a Nollywood mogul, he's a family man with 4 beautiful children. And guess what? His eldest daughter, Eyiyemi Afolayan, is following in her father's footsteps. Can you imagine having Koulia Afolayan as your dad and mentor? Talk about having the ultimate backstage pass. Eyiyemi made her debut in her father's film Anekulakbo in 2022, playing the role of Princess Omowumi, and trust me, she didn't just act, she shined. From there, she went on to star in other films, proving that talent really does run in the Afolayan bloodline. Koulia's presence in her life is like a cherry on top. Eyiyemi gets to learn from the very best in the business. With a father like Koulia Afolayan, let's just say she's set to be Nollywood's next big thing. Watch out world, Afolayan 2.0 is coming. Finally at number 1 is Messi Johnson-Okoje. She is a Nollywood powerhouse who has absolutely set the silver screen on fire. From playing the fierce overprotective mother to the bold street fighter or even the zealous wife who's ready to defend her home, Messi brings a unique, almost superhuman energy to every character she embodies. It's no wonder that she's not only been in over 200 films, but is also a producer and a role model to countless aspiring actors in the industry. When Messi walks into a scene, you know it's about to get electric, and trust me, the audience loves it. Her fans especially adore her for her authenticity, versatility, and that signature Messi Johnson swagger. But here's the twist. Messi's power isn't confined to her on-screen roles. Her real-life superpowers have reached a new generation, her kids. Enter Purity and Angel Okoje, who are following in their mother's iconic footsteps. They made their acting debut in the movie The Birthday, which was actually produced by the one and only Messi Johnson. Yes, you heard that right. Messi wasn't just playing mom in front of the camera, she was teaching them the ropes behind it too. Talk about next level parenting. Let's face it though, if Messi wasn't already juggling acting, producing, and raising 2 little stars, she'd probably be out there saving the world with her acting skills alone. But clearly, she's not just raising future Nollywood legends, she's raising legends in the making. Purity and Angel already show that they have inherited the same fiery passion that made their mother a household name. So you better believe it, this family is about to take over the screen. Messi Johnson-Okoje, she's not just a queen, she's a family dynasty in the making. Alright guys, we've come to the end of the video. Tell us in the comment section the Nollywood family you love the most, and I'll see you in the next video on your screen.